If you're an entrepreneur with multiple businesses or you're planning to scale your operations, then this video is exactly what you need. I'm going to show you how to set up a holding LLC company structure that can protect your assets, reduce your taxes, and give you complete control over multiple businesses from one central entity. Now here's the thing. Most people think holding companies are only for wealthy corporations, but that's absolutely not true. We'll go through the entire process step by step, from choosing the right state to file in, to setting up the legal structure, and making sure everything is compliant with state and federal requirements. So if you want to protect your business assets and create a more professional structure for your operations, let's dive right into it. Alright, so before we start filing paperwork, let's make sure you understand exactly what we're building here. A holding LLC is basically the parent company that sits at the top of your business structure. It doesn't sell products or services directly. Its main job is to own and control other companies, which we call subsidiaries. Think of it like this. You're at the top as the owner, then you have your holding LLC in the middle, and then your holding LLC owns your operating businesses at the bottom. So instead of you directly owning multiple LLCs, your holding company owns them and you own the holding company. So let's see how this looks like in practice. Let's say you own a consulting business and a real estate company. Instead of owning both directly, you can create a Wyoming holding LLC that you own, and then that Wyoming LLC becomes the sole member of both your consulting LLC and your real estate LLC. This creates what we call a parent-subsidiary relationship, where the holding company has complete control over the management and operations of the subsidiary companies. Now you might be wondering why you want to complicate things like this, and there are four main reasons. First is asset protection. If one of your businesses gets sued, the holding company structure protects your other businesses and your personal assets. Second is tax benefits. You can consolidate everything into one tax return and potentially save money. Third is control. You can manage multiple businesses from one central entity instead of dealing with separate LLCs. And fourth is privacy. In many states like Florida, California or New York, your names and home address are often required to be listed on public records when you form an LLC. This means anyone can look up this exact info. Instead of listing yourself as the owner of your local Florida LLC, you list your Wyoming holding LLC. And Wyoming is one of the few states that allows anonymous LLCs, meaning they don't require the names of the owners to be part of the public record, so you regain privacy. Alright, so the first step is choosing where to form your holding LLC. And this is actually one of the most important decisions. For holding companies, people generally choose 3 states: Wyoming, Delaware or Nevada. And these 3 states are the gold standard because they offer the strongest legal protection, the highest levels of privacy, and the most business-friendly taxes in the country. And in my opinion, Wyoming is the top choice for most people. Wyoming has the strongest privacy protection, the lowest annual fees at just $60 per year, and 0 state income tax for non-residents. So for this tutorial, we are going to form our holding LLC in Wyoming. And since you most likely don't live in Wyoming yourself, you would need a registered agent in the state to form your LLC. And for this, I recommend using Northwest Registered Agent. I've used them personally and they make the process really straightforward. You can go to their site by clicking the link in the description below or type in buyhustle.com/Northwest. This then brings us to this screen, $39 business formation service. Here we click let's get you started. Then the first thing we need to do is select the entity. This is going to be LLC. And for the jurisdiction, we are going to select the state, which is going to be Wyoming, just like that. Then we see the standard fee of $104 and the basic package fee of $39 as well. And then we can click continue. Now for the company name, this is where we need to be smart about it. Instead of calling it Hassel Real Estate LLC or something obvious like that, you want something generic like Mountain View Holdings or like Moon Capital LLC. When you're working with Northwest, they also help you check to see if the name is still available. For the business purpose, simply use generic business purpose right here. And then down here, you can fill in your own information to complete the purchase. And although it appears in this section, it will not be placed on any public records. It's only going to be used for Northwest to process this purchase. There we go. Then for the questions, send a copy of any legal notices to your attorney. Simply leave this as no. And also right here, the address for the state records. This is really important because both of these will appear on the public record. So here I recommend both putting them on our registered agent address right here. Then we can click continue once again. This will be the company management, and you'll see two options, member managed and manager managed. Here you want to fill in your first and last name in the required sections. And again, this is not going to be placed on any public record. In Wyoming, the articles of organization do not require listing members or managers publicly. Now, if you want some additional privacy, you can also fill in your initials, just like this. Then we click on continue once again. And now we're at recommended services. For most of these things you can ignore them, but what we need is the tax ID, which is also called the EIN number. So you want to select this box. If you are a US citizen living in the US, it's going to be $50. If you're from outside the US, it's going to be $200. You need this to open bank accounts, file taxes, and pretty much everything else business related. Now you could technically do this yourself through the IRS, but I recommend letting Northwest handle this for you. Then again, all the other options are not required and we can click on continue. Here we can then make our account. And then on the next page, we can complete the purchase for a total of $193. This includes the fee of Northwest, the Wyoming state filing fee, and our EIN. Once you've done this, Northwest will file your LLC in Wyoming, which typically takes 1 to 2 business days. Now, while Northwest is processing your LLC formation, we need to create an operating agreement for this holding company. This is basically the rule book for how your holding LLC will function, and this is especially important because we need to establish that this LLC exists specifically to hold and control other companies. For an official operating agreement, you can get professional help from a CPA, but also Northwest can help with this. From the homepage of Northwest, you can click Get Free Legal Docs. Then right here we can click LLC Forms, and here we can see they have some templates for required forms, also the operating agreement. When we click on this, we can see that we have the operating agreement right here, and we want to select the manager managed operating agreement for this specific structure. Now for this entire page, I will also leave a link down below. When we open it, you can see it looks like this, from where we can start customizing the agreement. So first, let's fill in the name of our holding company. For me, that was Moon Capital LLC. And as this is a template, there are a few things we need to customize in this agreement. The first thing we need to change at 1.5, the business purpose. Instead of leaving it generic like this, you must establish that this LLC exists to control other entities. So what you can simply do to modify this is open this in a PDF editor, and then you can add custom text. That is totally possible. So I'm gonna add this text and put it in the middle. So you can see that now it says, of course the font is different, but it's totally okay, it's still valid. The company is organized to act as a holding company to acquire, own and manage interest in subsidiary businesses. So that is the main thing I want to add here. The next thing we need to then fill in is go to 4.2, the members. And we have chosen the manager managed structure because it separates your role as owner from your role as executive. And this is vital for holding companies. So here in 4.1 we can then read, one manager will be elected by the members as chief executive manager, which will be you. This allows you to sign for the company and its subsidiaries with clear professional authority that banks prefer. So for this we want to now go to page 6, which is this one right here, and then right here fill in your details. So after that we want to go back to 4.3, which is right here, the powers of managers. And here we can see the listed powers of the managers. So what we want to do is add a new clause under the letter H, as we also want to include a subsidiary control power. You need to ensure that your holding LLC has total parental control over its child LLCs. So I added this new power under the letter H, and this basically says that the managers also have right over the subsidiary LLCs. Then the next thing you want to do is go to article 3.2 inside the document right here. And here we then need to define the flow of money to keep your taxes and accounting clean. So here you can see the text says the members will determine and distribute available funds annually or as they see fit. This basically allows your subsidiaries to pay up into the holding LLC, which then distributes the money to you. And we want to add this in Exhibit 3 on page 8. So let's go to page 8, all the way at the bottom where we can see capital contributions. So list your name here and the initial contribution. So you could, for example, list the $200 cost for the LLC formation. This activates your capital account, proving you are the 100% owner and allowing profits to flow from your subsidiaries to your holding company, and then finally into your own pocket. Then finally, we want to go to 4.2 again, which is all the way on top, right here. And here we want to distinguish between what the manager can do and also what members must vote on. For a holding company, you want the manager to have broad freedom. And Article 2.4 basically already shows this perfectly. It basically says members that are not managers will take no part in the control, management, direction or operations of the company's affairs and will have no power to bind the company in legal agreements. Now, since you are both this manager-managed structure, this basically ensures that when you sign a contract for a subsidiary, you're doing so as the authorized executive, shielding your member status from direct liability. Alright, now that the holding LLC is legally set up and has its rulebook in place, it's time to create its first child LLC, the subsidiary. And this is the company that will actually do work, sell products or hold real estate, while the holding company sits safely above this. If you're starting new businesses from scratch, you create new LLCs and list your holding company as a sole member from the beginning. So we almost use the same process we went to with Northwest right here, but this time you'll form the LLC in a state you live in or do business. So in this case, right here, I'm gonna select Florida. So we can see that the filing fee is slightly different as it's a different state. Then we click continue. Then again, we fill in the name of our company and fill in our information right here. So there we go. Once you fill this in, at the bottom again, right here, I would recommend using the registered agent address of Northwest again. Then we click continue to the management, and now it gets really important. Here again, you want to select member managed, and in Florida, you can select list with the state or omit from the state. This basically adds another layer of privacy, so I'm going to select omit from the state, but list with the state is honestly also fine. And now what is important, we select this member is a business entity. We select this, and here we then fill in the name of our holding LLC in Wyoming. But what is now really important is that for the address, we cannot select our registered agent address right here, which will be in Florida. We have to click on this and click specify address, and here fill in the exact address of our holding LLC in Wyoming. And for me, it was this address in Sheridan, Wyoming, and then we can click save. Then we can click continue. Again, also get an EIN number for this specific business. You absolutely need that. And then you can simply complete the payment for this child LLC. Now also, each subsidiary LLC needs its own operating agreement, but these will be different from your holding company agreement. The subsidiary operating agreements need to acknowledge that the holding LLC is a sole member and has management control. Now again, you can make this yourself using the templates from Northwest, but in this case you don't want to select the member managed operating agreement, but single member operating agreement instead, since the holding LLC is the only member of your child LLC. Now also here we need to modify a few things. First, fill in the name of your LLC. After this, first let's cover the members info. This is the most important section, as you must list the holding company as the owner of your company right here on page 5. So here you want to fill in the holding company's name, Moon Capital LLC, and the percentage is going to be 100% already pre-filled in since it's single member. And here you want to fill in the signature, and this is where many people get confused as a business doesn't have a signature. So what you want to do is add your own signature of yourself, but you must add your title. So I'm in the PDF editor again. So what you can simply do here under your signature is add this text right here of that you're a chief executive manager of the holding LLC, just like that, and you simply put it right here. Also, just like the parent company, the subsidiary also needs to be funded to be a legal entity. So for this, we want to go all the way to the bottom to page number 6 right here, also for the capital contributions. Here you can simply write any amount, for example $100, and write this down as startup capital. For the signature, again, you want to sign by yourself, but not sign by the member, but sign as the CEO of the holding company. So again, you got to customize that in a PDF editor. Now, since this is a single member agreement, it's already pre-tuned for a subsidiary. Now, since this is a single member LLC, it is already quite pre-tuned for our use case, but there are a few key things to understand. Number one is Article 4.1, management of the business. The member is responsible for the management of the company, which is what we want. Also, 4.3, the powers of the members. This gives your holding company the power to sell assets, borrow money, and sign contracts for this subsidiary. And then 7.1 as well. Let's scroll down to 7.1 right here. Assignment. The member may sell, assign, or otherwise dispose all or any part of his interest in the company. This allows your holding company to sell this subsidiary LLC later if they choose, without any complicated partner votes. So this single member LLC operating agreement already fits the role for a child LLC really well. But the last piece of the puzzle is the assignment of membership interest. This is the legal bridge that officially hands your existing business over to your holding company. So I'm going to show you this document now, will also be in the description. It's a really simple one-page agreement between you, so the person, and your holding company. And what you simply want to do is sign this document to transfer 100% of the subsidiary to the holding company. So you basically want to update everything right here that is needed to show the holding company is the new owner. Once you fill this in, you want to keep this in your corporate records folder. So you now have the perfect chain. You own the holding company and the holding company owns the subsidiary. Your personal assets are protected and your taxes are streamlined. Alright, so now we need to set up the financial infrastructure for your new structure. This means opening separate business bank accounts for both your holding company and your subsidiary LLCs. The holding company account will receive distributions from the subsidiaries and make distributions to you personally. But the subsidiary accounts will handle the day-to-day business operations. You want to set up separate accounting systems for each entity to maintain clean records, and this is crucial for maintaining the legal separation between your holding company and its subsidiaries. Many people use Xero for accounting and just create separate company files for each LLC. For Xero, I will leave a link below as well. Finally, make sure to inform your CPA or tax advisor about the new holding company structure. This will affect how your taxes are going to be filed, and they need to understand the structure to prepare for your returns correctly. Your CPA can also advise you on any additional tax elections that might benefit your specific situation. Now, just before we wrap up, one of the biggest mistakes people make is mixing funds between the holding company, yourself, and its subsidiaries. Each entity needs to maintain separate bank accounts and separate financial records. If you mix funds, you could lose the liability protection that the structure provides. Make sure you're complying with all state registration requirements. This includes both the formation requirements and all ongoing compliance requirements. Each state has different rules, so don't assume what works in one state will work in another. Remember that this structure requires ongoing maintenance. You'll need to file annual reports, maintain separate records, and keep up with compliance requirements in all relevant states. The good news is that once everything is set up properly, the ongoing maintenance is pretty straightforward. If you want to get started with forming your holding company, I've put links to a Northwest registered agent in the description below. They'll handle all the paperwork and make sure everything is filed correctly and you stay in good standing with the state. If this video helped you understand holding company structures, please leave a like and see you in the next one. Have a good day.